achieve, and what is going to be the reactions of Nigerians over that nomination, and then even to those that have been nominated, what will they even think themselves? What will the armed forces, what will be the reaction of the armed forces after the nomination? These are some of the things I personally looked at, and then within me, drew my own conclusion. First, two things might be involved. First, the first one could be they've stayed a very long time as service chiefs. They've known a lot of things in the country. They are handing over to most junior ones, very, very seriously junior to them. And then they have a lot of influence within the armed forces, even as they leave their positions as service chiefs. So they could influence so many things if they are allowed to be in the country. That is my first line of thought, that possibly that was why the president decided that he is sending them out to ambassadorial appointment, moving them out of the country, so that they will allow the new service chiefs to work without hindrance, without interference, without recourse back to the former service chiefs trying to find out this or find out that, or directing them on doing this or doing that. That is, like I said, my first line of thought of why the president decided to appoint these just immediately removed or replaced service chiefs to ambassadorial appointment, non-career ambassadors. Like I said, that was my first line of thought. The second line of thought is that the president might want to be just a way of saying thank you for the service, although he has already thanked them and wished them well in their future endeavors after the said resignation by them. But if after putting on 35 years or more than 35 years in service and also more than 60 years of age, and there are other Nigerians who have in one way or the other contributed, let's say, to the formation and the coming up of this very government under the APC, those that have worked so hard even from 2013 till the last election of 2019, that thought that it is only fair if those people are carried along in appointment and things like that. And don't forget, the last set of ambassadors that were cleared, they stayed for almost 6 months before they were being posted. One would have thought that others would have been used. If these ones have served, like I said, more than the required number of years in service, and also more than the stipulated number of years of age, yet they were there. As far as Nigeria is concerned today, the immediate past service chiefs were the longest service chiefs in the history of this country. So one would have thought that allowing them to stay back on their retirement would have been better for them than re-engaging them into non-career ambassadors. But then you could look at it as, okay, you've done well, like the president said. We thank you very much for what you have contributed towards securing Nigeria, so to say. I guess maybe the second reason is to say, okay, well, I want to thank you for that service. I really appreciated it. I didn't really want to remove you guys, but because of too much pressure, I have to bow to the pressure. But your services are still, yes, but your services are still needed. He has this confidence, he has trust, he has belief in them. So he believes even outside the armed forces, they can still contribute, they can still be of use to Nigeria, maybe out of the security experience and what have you. He could send them to those countries that Nigerians are relating with, most especially in terms of weaponry or military engagement, working agreement militarily, and what have you. Possibly he could send them there so that they can work towards these service chiefs getting the required equipment and machineries and training for the armed forces, so that Nigeria will be better secured. So it is either way, either of the two could possibly be the reason why he's reappointing them.
Okay, Brian, for heightening ethnic violence across the country, calls, suggestions, and all that.
Yes, I'm very, very worried. In fact, extremely worried. Nigeria, though blessed by God, it's a country, one of the most peaceful country. When I say one of the most peaceful country, does not mean that there's peace in Nigeria, but it is only in Nigeria that you find a situation that could, turn out to be a civil war situation. But in Nigeria, it will come and go like that with prayers. You find out that nothing happened. I remember one time United Nations Secretary General Boutros Ghali said that Nigeria is a God-owned country, that when he retires, he will wish to live in Nigeria. I quote him directly that it is only in Nigeria that you will see a situation that will, turn out to be a war situation. But at the end of it, you find out nothing happened. It has come and gone just like that, even without the interference of United Nations. If you take other countries, African countries alike, the situation happening in Nigeria right now, if it were to be in other African countries, the story would have been different. So I'm very, very worried with the way things are going in Nigeria, inter-ethnical fight, killings here and there, complaints here and there, the security challenges, the religious, what are you talking about, the tribal challenges, all put this together. One tribe against the other, one religion against the other, one region against the other, all in the name of either trying to claim interference or issue of security, or whatever. If you look, even within, not even interregional issues, if you come even to one region, take northern Nigeria, for example, where you could consider that, okay, it is one region, you might even think they are all one people, but look at the situation. You have the banditry challenges, interstate banditry, interstate kidnapping, cattle rustling, armed robbery, and then drug addiction, prostitution, so many things like that. All these things are vices that are, contributing towards making the region porous, and then security open, that anything can happen. Then talking about the challenges between north and the south, or north and the east, or vis-a-vis, where the Fulani issue is occurring and reoccurring. In, utterances that are indicating danger, that are, trying to create very serious security challenges from groups to individuals, from individuals that are so powerful that could do things, and then you find very senior people from the region where the individual is coming from, or are coming from, are fully in support of what they are doing, to a region where you find an individual or group that will speak the interests of the people, but they're being arrested and then being molested and things like that. So the situation is truly very tense. The atmosphere is so unconducive that you are afraid that anything can happen anytime. I think security-wise, the government need to really buckle up and then see to it. I don't know, but the issue of coming together to discuss Nigeria again, I think is really seriously resurfacing itself, and it's becoming so realistic that Nigeria and Nigerians really need to come under a round table and discuss Nigeria and see how we can find solution to a Nigerian problem. And then we should be doing this with all sincerity of purpose, with all honesty, with all patriotism, with all nationalistic thinking on how best to solve this Nigerian problem. We are Nigerians. We don't have any other country apart from Nigeria. No matter what we do, Nigeria is not akara, is not maimai that you think you can put on a tray and begin to divide. If you remember the countries across the world, from African continent to Asian, to the Americas, to the UKs. If you said you are trying to disintegrate a country or a region, trying to disintegrate from a country, you know what it's usually turned out to be. It used to be a war situation. So many lives would be lost, properties destroyed, and it will take a very long period of time, so many years of doing that. Even if eventually it does happen, you must have lost a lot of life. You must have destroyed a lot of potentials we have in the country. A lot of bad things would have happened. So it is not as easy as some people see it to be, that these countries should go, each region should go its way and things like that. No. But like the clamor that some people are making, that regionalization of powers or decentralization of powers into regional government and things like that, I don't know if that is going to be the way out. I think we should be looking at it. Nigerians should come under one table and begin to discuss Nigeria as a Nigerians, and then find solution to it. My only challenge is the economic power. You could give powers to the region, certain administrative powers, but I think that the economic power, even if you are going to do the regionalization of or decentralization of power, then the economic power and the security should be at the center. It's just administration that should be given to the region. I guess that will assist in coordinating the economic aspect of it and also the security aspect of it, so that later on, when one region will be too powerful economically and will also have control over its own security might decide that they want to pull out of the country.
All right, Ibrahim, diverse nature, the large size seems to be, unable to manage the diversity challenges like the founding fathers. These are issues, and this is why such suggestions or bid to stabilize Nigeria is propping up.
Well, the stability of Nigeria can only be done through patriotism and nationalistic belief and thinking. If we will be patriotic enough, we will be nationalistic enough in belief and thinking, wanting to be and making sure that Nigeria grows to where it's supposed to be, making sure that Nigeria continue to be one nation with one destiny under God, like I always say, then we will have a solution to these very challenges or problems that Nigerians are looking at. But federalism per se is a very good system of government if you look at it. The way it is made to believe that everybody belongs to everywhere, and every Nigerian is a Nigerian and can do and reside and marry and do business and do everything in any other part of Nigeria without hindrance, without interference. That is how it should be. That is what is interwovenness between Nigerians and Nigerians, intermarriages between Nigeria and Nigerians, interreligious marriages, intertribal marriages, interstate marriages, cultural diversity and what have you. All these things put together make Nigeria what it is. But because of selfish interest, very rightly digested all these things, and then you begin to ask a question. Even if you say you want to decentralize, or you want to regionalize, or you want to disintegrate, how do you even do it? Where do you even start from? How do you think you can achieve results? I have mentioned it in the past. Other countries of the world have tried to do things like that. Do they succeed? No, they did not. How did they end up in violence up to tomorrow? South Sudan is a typical example, like being cited. When South Sudan and the when Sudan as a Sudan was one, things were moving fine until when the South Sudan began to clamor for, self-independence and what have you. After so many years of wars, killing, maiming, destruction, okay, South Sudan today lives as an independent nation, but is there peace in South Sudan? No, but the Northern Sudan is there peacefully moving on without any challenges. This is the situation we keep on saying, we keep on lamenting, and calling Nigerians to understand that it is not as easy as they think it is going to be. It is not as easy as they see it to be. It is a very difficult and complex situation for you to think that you don't want it this way, this is the way to go. And then people keep on bringing problems but never bringing solutions. For how long are we going to continue to say problems without providing solution? If you ask anybody, no matter how high or how big he is, he knows every problem of Nigeria and Nigerians. But ask him to give you solutions to the problem, he begin to meander and meander, begin to rigmarole and rigmarole. He will end up only telling you the problems again, but not giving you solution to the problems. I think it is time for us to begin to look at solutions, not the problems. Everybody knows the problem, but what are the solutions? Nigerians that are clamoring or are complaining or are writing or are on air or wherever you are, if you want to say it, don't discuss the problem. Begin to discuss the solution of the problem and echo it and re-echo it. Just say the solution and forget about the problem. I guess by so doing, we'll be able to, either as a federal system of government or whatever parliamentary system of government or whatever system of government we want to adopt, we'll be able to get there, and Nigeria will continue to be one nation with one destiny under God. Nigeria cannot be divided. If anybody thinks it's going to be like that, I'm saying sorry, he's sleeping and he should wake up from his sleep.
Well, recently